Hi, everyone. My name is Ann Mayfield. I'm 68 years old, and I grew up in a very small town called Englishtown, New Jersey. Life in a small town was simple in some ways, but my childhood was not easy. I was raised in a two-family home with 14 siblings. So there was always noise, always movement, and always people around. There was even moments of laughter and togetherness, but there's also a lot of pain. I experienced emotional abuse and sexual abuse. And for many years, those experiences stayed buried deep inside of me. And like so many people from my generation, you learned to survive. You kept moving, you worked, you raised your family, you carried your pain quietly. And that's what I did. I graduated from high school, then I went on to cosmetology school, and later I became a certified claims adjuster. I worked hard to build a life for myself because I was determined not to let my past define my future. One of the greatest blessings of my life has been being a mother. I raised my two beautiful children as a single parent. And while it wasn't always easy, it gave me purpose, it gave me strength. My children became one of the biggest reasons that I kept going. Over the years, I found healing in simple things. I love traveling, seeing new places, meeting new people. I love gardening. It brings me peace. Painting helps me express emotions that sometimes I can't explain with words. And cooking, oh, cooking has always been love to me, especially when I can share meals with people I care about. But even with those beautiful things in my life, there were still years where I struggled deeply with depression. The abuse I experienced, the pain I never fully dealt with, it stayed with me. And there were seasons life felt very heavy, very lonely, very overwhelming. I prayed often during those years. I would ask God to heal me, to help me understand why I carried so much pain inside. And slowly, after many, many years, something began to change. I felt God place a message on my heart. Pipe, P-I-P-E, plug into positive energy. At first, it sounded simple, almost too simple. But as I began applying it to my life, I noticed something changing inside of me. I became more aware of my thoughts, more aware of my surroundings, more aware of the people and energy I allowed around me. And step by step, I began healing emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Now, I want to be clear. My journey has not been perfect, and healing is not something that happens overnight. There are still hard days. There's still moments where old wounds try to speak. But today, I choose differently. I choose peace when I can. I choose faith. I choose growth. I choose me. And I choose to plug into things that heal me instead of draining me. That's what plug into positive energy means. It means choosing people, places, thoughts, and habits that make you stronger instead of weaker. I like to explain it this way. We plug our phones in every day to recharge them. But when But many of us walk around emotionally drained, spiritually drained, mentally exhausted, and never recharge ourselves. Plugging into positive energy means filling your life with what restores you. Sometimes that looks like prayer. Sometimes it's taking a walk. Sometimes it's sitting quietly in your garden. Sometimes it means walking away from negativity or finally speaking kindly to yourself. And sometimes it simply means believing there is still hope for your life. My story is one of struggle, strength, faith, and healing. And I'm still writing that story every single day. Thank you for being here with me, and thank you for listening. This is Pipe, P-I-P-E. Plug into positive energy.